Bramble's textbook betrayal almost cost Briar his life, forcing him to watch Bramble eat all the picnic food. But don't underestimate Briar. 95% of his weight is pure wisdom. He quickly pulled out a blackboard to calculate the distance, then grabbed a rope, hoping to swing across. But the next second, he crashed straight into the cliff. They say master math and science, and you'll fear nothing. Briar wouldn't give up. He thought it was a calculation error, so he reworked it and finally found a flaw in the formula. The right answer should have been 25. With full confidence, he launched a second attack, instantly sweeping Bramble's food clean. Even the banana at his mouth vanished. Bramble, seeing this, was helpless. Then with a flash, he reached the service area. After some thought, he hid in a phone booth, thinking the cramped space would hide him from Briar. But just as he took the call, Briar had already snatched the sandwich. A bear doesn't roar. Do you think I'm a sick cat? Angry Briar grabbed Bramble's weak spot, found 2.5-ton chains to lock him in a phone booth, then sealed the door with planks and unceremoniously pushed him off the cliff. But he forgot Bramble was a master magician. This predicament was just his stage to display dangerous escape stunts. Following magic convention, it had to be thrilling yet composed. A perfect landing even Newton would applaud, which now seemed perfectly reasonable. If I can't fight him, can't I at least avoid him? Bear 1 hit the gas, sped straight to the lawn 20 kilometers away. But as he prepared to eat, he saw Bear 2's head already in the food basket. Bear 1 was enraged and instantly pulled out his weapon to teach Bear 2 a lesson. But to his surprise, the expected disaster never happened. Bear 2 was perfectly fine and even looked like he hadn't eaten enough. Xiongda was puzzled. How could his expensive purchase just fail? The next moment, completely fed up with this tricky guy, Xiongda decided to try something unconventional. He drove his car under a 100-meter tall tree, thinking this desperate situation would surely shake him off. But Xiongda was no ordinary character. Not only was he good at math, but his physics skills were also deeply hidden. With a clever trick, he easily snatched the bread from Xiongda's hand. Bear Bro was dumbfounded. Despite his inner rage, he couldn't resist the intellectual's push. He drove for miles, over mountains, to complete the picnic. He never imagined the raw iron he'd left would be Bear 2's hidden trap. What a brilliant move! Xiongda, fed up, stopped pretending and promptly tossed Xiong'er in the trash, even thoughtfully putting on the lid. But as he turned to leave, he saw Xiong'er eyeing his sandwich again. Though he quickly stopped him, the next event would be unforgettable for Xiongda. Bramble performed a magic trick right there, and in a flash, easily pocketed the sandwich. Then he pulled out a donut to show, calmly covering it with a white cloth. With just a poke, the donut vanished, only to reappear in his throat the next second. But when Bramble grabbed the roasted chicken, Briar had finally had enough. He instantly pulled out shrinking powder, and without hesitation, poured most of it into Bramble's mouth. But to make this stubborn bear compromise, Briar still lacked a certain touch. Helpless Bramble had to rush down the mountain again, with only a piece of bread left. Though full of regret, he could finally rest for a moment. Little did he know, this last comfort would also become a luxury. He vaguely sensed Xiong'er. Faced with this persistent rascal, Xiongda offered him bread, but Xiong'er righteously declared he wouldn't eat street food. The very next second, he firmly nailed a no-feeding animals sign to a tree, then blew his whistle, summoning the ranger, and eloquently reported Xiongda for breaking forest laws. The ranger then put Xiongda in the patrol car. But Xiongda looked relieved, thinking, at least here, no one will touch my food. But this next second,